Okay, Lawrence, Newcastle United 1, Brighton 1. Shea was a bit of a frustrating two in the last home game of the season, unfortunately. I think a draw was fair today, I've got to admit.
It was. We just wasn't our best performance. Again, the first half weren't great, but we got an equaliser with Longstaff, and that means we've scored in every single home league game this season. I think it's the first time in 65 years this has happened that I've read. Second half, a lot of possession.
Just didn't do enough, did we?
Yeah, Brighton defended well, but we just really struggled. Frustrated with the disallowed goal. Again, I have to see it back. I mean, I know it's a case of you're either onside or you're not. But pretty frustrating. I mean, the referee as well. Like, I should have a go at the refs because I know it's a lot harder than it looks, but...
I mean, we've got to talk about Darren England. He was... I mean, I don't get it, like... He's not letting us take the quick free kicks and he's asking to bring it back. I've got to say, the Lewis Hall yellow card... I mean, Howie, that was never a yellow card. The one he got right was the one for Miggy for diving.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too sure at the time, but I mean, if you've seen it, then fair enough. If he's dived, then you can't really complain about that. But also, they got away with the back pass, like...
That looked at one to me as well.
Like, if the player had headed it, then that's not a back pass, but he just kicked it back. Like, usually when I see that happening, the goalkeeper's panicking and eventually ends up for a throw-in or a corner. But, you know, Brighton, they did a job and, you know, they came up to get a point, I mean, which is a decent point for them. I mean, I know their season's pretty much over, but they'll take point away from home against the side, looking to get Europe. You know, their time wasting, pretty frustrating. I mean, everyone's having a go at us for doing it away to Liverpool, Arsenal, but I bet you they're saying nothing about Brighton doing it.
Probably wouldn't surprise me if they did.
Exactly.
Yeah, as I mentioned, we got the goal right before half-time through Longstaff, who I still didn't think was good today, unfortunately. I mean, again, I've said we should be looking to move him on come the end of the season there for me, unfortunately. The disallowed goal, again, we'll have to see it back. What do you make of the challenge on Anthony Gordon, which we didn't get a penalty for?
Again, it's another one of them, I have to see it back, but with VAR checking it, I think the referee looked like he was telling the keeper to wait and they were checking for the penalty, but it never came on the screen because I see it from where I sit.
Unless they've deemed it not a penalty at all.
Maybe they just checked it, but play went on for so long that they couldn't really show it up until the ball was like dead, and so they probably checked it, but decided nothing wrong with it, or it wasn't clear and obvious.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, are you still confident of Europe for next season?
Well, worst case scenario, we'll have an outside chance going into the last day. That's even if, you know, Chelsea win, Man United win, then both of them win again in midweek. You know, because our goal difference has helped here. Hopefully, well, if Man United lose, then a point against them should be enough for 7th place. And if they lose the cup final, then, which you'd expect they would against Man City, then you think they would. Hopefully, Forest will get a result against Chelsea. And I think
currently 1-1.
Last I've seen, I mean, might have been another goal whilst I'll check, but I went 2-1 Chelsea, and then which would have put them level on points to those, and then 2-1 Arsenal against Man U tomorrow, which will give us a good chance, probably just a point away from 7th place. That happens. But hopefully, you know, well, we might have ranked the Brighton at a bad time. Hopefully, if they have, then so have Chelsea, Man U, because they've both got to go to the Amex in midweek. Well, Man U, they've not won at the Amex in front of fans. The 2 wins they've had there was behind closed doors.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
I remember that 4-0 defeat a couple of years back as well.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, are we still confident? Are you still confident that we'll beat Man United at Old Trafford? Because I still am.
I think we can, but a point wouldn't be bad either.
No, I definitely wouldn't. Okay, thank you. Okay, Joey, Newcastle United 1, Brighton 1. I think a draw was fair the day. Brighton came up at the part of the bus. Was going to give us a frustrating day today. And Darren England, don't get me started with him. He was abysmal today. But yeah, I think a draw was fair the day.
I can't complain with the final outcome. 1-1 was fair. I think we're very lucky to walk out here with, you know, the 1-1. Just given how the game panned out, Brighton come up with their game plan, which was to frustrate, defend as much as possible, waste as much time as possible, get the referee on their side, and they played time wasting to a T.
Yeah, they did.
We got criticised a lot for time wasting when a lot of it last season was tactical, and we actually played good football. You don't come, fourth by mistake.
Yep.
You come fourth by playing good football
Yep.
and picking up the points. Whereas Brighton, today they had nothing to play for. But if we were to go to the Amex and the shoe was on the other foot, you don't want to leave losing. You want to pick up something, and for how far they've had to travel, they have come away, I would say, with a deserved point for the defendant. On their attacking side, I don't think they were that great.
No.
But then you've got to look at our lads today. Like, we didn't do a great deal either.
No, we didn't.
And like I say, the second half subs didn't help. It was just a case of we had to find a way, and unfortunately we didn't find a way, and that was through either poor officiating and just a collective of errors. And what we're doing around the box as well, like taking far too many touches, and that's been a collective all season. Sometimes if the shot's there to be taken, take it.
Take it, yeah. We're going to talk again about England. I mean, I don't get it. Why was he not letting us take the quick free kicks that he was bringing back? And I don't know. I mean, you kind of just say he's one of the worst. I mean, the whole refereeing are really, really shocking this season as well. The only one I could see got right was probably the Miggy diving, but the ref, other than that, he had no control of the game. He didn't know what he was doing.
It's hard to pick out all of the faults in the game because there was that many.
Yeah, far too many.
The referee was poor at end of the fourth official as well, as well as the linesman, the collective, awful. And there was a moment in the first half where we should have had a corner. The referee was looking at the linesman was looking back at the referee, and then rather than give the corner when it come off the Brighton player last, they went for a goal kick and it just got frustrating. And that was in the first half when we're 1-0 down. We're trying to chase a game, but then again, we didn't help ourselves. I don't know if we're just running on empty, just because it's come towards the end of the season. It's a pressurised game. It's our last home game of the season. And, Brighton, I said, they played it to a T. They had to do what they had to do, which was come up here, get a point. And like I say, credit to Longstaff for being in the right place at the right time to equalise, because I know he gets his criticism, which is fair.
I still think he wasn't good today, mind you.
No, I'm not saying he's great. But
he was in the right place.
But that's it. In football, you've got to be at the right place at the right time, because had Longstaff not scored, that second half could have been even more frustrating as it was, and we walk away with a 1-0 defeat, and then everyone's talking about it. But because we've got the point, dare I say, Europe is still on.
I think it's still on. It's still in our hands.
We've got to go and get the job done now at Old Trafford, and we've also got to get the job done at Brentford. It's a tough ask, but you know what? Do we have a right to be in this position given the injuries that we've had? Probably not. We should be probably mid-table. That's the facts. However, the lads have given absolutely everything. We've been playing on empty all season with the Champions League. We've not been prepared, squad-wise with the squad depth. But the lads who have, come on the pitch have given everything for the shirt, and that's all you ever ask. Just give everything for the badge. Give everything, on that pitch. Leave nothing. Just give it all, and that's what they've done. But hopefully, this result hasn't sort of put a negative on what's been a good season. Just go again against Manchester United.
I believe we can still beat them.
Because Man United, as we know, are not a good side. And
terrible.
They've got a terrible goal difference. The goal difference that we have is an extra point in itself. But all we can do is take care of our own results. We've got Man United away, Brentford away. We've got to at least be trying to get 4 points from there.
Yep.
So
that's the main thing. Yeah, I believe we still could beat Manchester United. And as you said, you think Europe is still in our hands?
It is, because, like I say, Chelsea and Man United, for the billions that they spend, they're not good sides. Both managers are terrible.
Yep.
Like, what's Poch won? Nothing. What's Ten Hag done? What, Carabao Cup? Okay, fair play.
And has falls out with players.
Exactly. So there's a lot of pressure on both managers, and like I say, their jobs aren't safe. Whereas for us, we give it we're everything, and we've taken it to potentially the last day for Europe, and it's not over. Nope. There's a lot of self-entitled Man United and Chelsea fans who'll say, we don't want the Conference League, we don't want Europa League. But then they'll be the first to complain at the end of the season when they don't qualify for Europe. And for this football club, it's important that we have the first night football just for now, and then potentially in the future we'll look at the Champions League. But like I say, I don't think there's one fan around here they'll turn the nose to the Europa Conference League.
No, I would take it all day long.
It's what we need, and when you see Aston Villa go so far, you see West Ham win it, you think, there's our chance of some silverware.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I'll take anyone up here at St James's on a Thursday night, and that's what we want. But like I say, it's not over yet. It's a disappointing performance. It's a frustrating point, but we'll have to take it. We didn't lose, so we'll have to take the positive from that.
That's the main thing. There you go.